It's so nice that you've joined us today for our GraceLink lesson activities. Today we're doing Tuesday's lesson activities, and we're talking about how you could thank someone who does good things for you or serves you in some way. You might like to thank someone who cleans up at your school or at your church or maybe around your house. You might like to make a card or do something nice for them. You might like to thank your mum or dad or maybe your grandma or granddad for something that they do for you. And maybe you'd like to do something extra to help, like pick up papers and trash around the place, maybe in the yard or around the house or even at school. What's something you'd like to do, Riley?
I might make a card.
Okay.
And do an extra store.
Oh, that would be very good. We're going to do some research this week about Middle Eastern customs as well. We can't go to the library and get a book at the moment, but we can use the internet. And maybe you, boys and girls at home, would also like to research some customs that they used to do or that they still do over in the Middle East. We've learned this week about how Jesus washed his disciples' feet. Maybe that's something that they still do. Maybe that's something you would like to research. Riley and I will be doing that. The next activity, boys and girls, in our lesson pamphlet is to think of some people who are famous and what makes them famous. Are they famous for serving others? I can think of a famous lady named Mother Teresa who's very famous for serving other people and doing good things for others. Maybe you can think of some famous people too. Can you think of a movie star or a singer, maybe? And can you think of some people that are famous for unselfish reasons? How about you, Riley? Who can you think of that's famous?
The people on our money.
The people in our money. Very good. Can you remember any of them in particular?
Well, I don't know their names, but I remember what they did.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one was a poem writer, one was a book writer, one was a person that flied planes for the hospital, one was a preacher, one was a ship merchant.
Very good.
One was the queen.
And one was the queen. Very good. Good memory, Riley. And so one of those people that Riley just mentioned was John Flynn, and he was the one who founded the Royal Flying Doctor Service, which was an unselfish thing to do. It still helps people today, that service. And one of the other people was a preacher, and that's an unselfish thing to do, to help lead other people to God. Well, thank you for joining us today, children. Riley's going to finish off our GraceLink lesson study with a prayer, and he is going to pray that Jesus will help him and all the children to live for Jesus.
Dear Jesus, help us to do your work and do what you want us to do, and help us to believe in you all the time. And please help us and save us from the coronavirus that is going around forever and ever. Amen.
Amen. Thank you for joining us, children. Bye.